And as the nation continues to process the assassination attempt on former President Trump, the Motor City also joins. Our Jack Springate is on your block with everyday Detroiters and close Trump allies as they react to the attack.
The senior pastor here at 180 Church in Detroit is on his way to Milwaukee to talk at the Republican National Convention that starts on Monday. That's after hosting former President Donald Trump right here for a campaign rally less than a month ago. He says there's no room for an attack like what happened just outside of Pittsburgh on Saturday night, and that's a message that transcends religious and party lines.
So often in our communities, tragedy has become normal.
180 Church senior pastor Lorenzo Sewell rallied for former President Trump in June, a stance he admits doesn't represent the majority of his congregation. He says coming together to process the assassination attempt on a presumed presidential candidate should trump any political divide.
I had a connection with the president. I was shot at when I was 11 years old. We had 20 people shot in the city of Detroit just last weekend. Most of my parishioners are Democrats. I completely understand that, but I'm grateful that our church is a church where you can lay down your cultural identifiers and we all come into unity when it comes to one nation under God.
Religious leaders across our area are calling for peace, something many are praying for Sunday morning.
If we continue down this path, it is a path of destruction. It is a path of the dismantling of our democracy.
Everyday folks around Detroit are even putting politics aside as the reality of what happened in Pittsburgh sets in.
No matter who you are, seeing a political figure have that type of violence displayed towards them really does give you a pause. Really, no matter what side of the aisle you sit on.
When we heard, we were at my house with my family. We have people on both sides of the political aisle. It was just pure disappointment. It was somber in our house. We watched it just in silence. Just kind of like the January 6th, we watched that in silence too.
A somber backdrop to the Republican National Convention that starts on Monday. Pastor Sewell says he'll take the stage at the RNC on Thursday, mainly speaking about topics including criminal justice reform, strengthening the black dollar, and funding more mental health resources, as he no doubt also exchanged thoughts and prayers with other Republican leaders following this assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Reporting in Detroit, I'm Jack Springate, CBS News, Detroit.